Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash, Barakatha. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the righteous men of Great Millstone who teach us this truth in righteousness, in sincerity, and in brotherly love. And salutations to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men of Yasharallah, and the 1/3 men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Shalom. This is your brother Shamya coming back at you one more time from the GMS Helena, Montana camp in Helena, Montana. And Akim, we live in beautiful times. We can definitely sense and feel in our spirits that this is the end. And I'm not gonna make this lesson too long. I'm gonna just jump to the points and just, get down to the nitty gritty because Yahweh Shem Shai has the spirit heavy on the Akim, the men of the Lord right now in regards to these wicked ass women. Now we're not talking about the righteous women that are being obedient and being good and staying faithful and true to their husbands and submitting themselves to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash Barakatah. And the Lord had the Spirit jump on me to do this lesson. And like I said, the Lord got the Spirit heavy on the Akim right now in regards to these women. These women are combative because they know that it's over. Deep down inside, these women know that it's over. And all we doing is bringing out the truth. And they hate it. Okay? We ain't saying nothing wrong. Okay? And we're trying to help these women. And they're being combative towards us when we're simply trying to help them. They always try to, they say, these wicked ass women, it's like, don't flatter yourself. We're really trying to help you. It's not all men are not just trying to get in your pants and try. No, it's not like that. Okay? We gonna get the Lord gonna bless us with the women in due time. We have work to do, and our job is to edify Yasharallah and to get these people in line before it's too late. The Lord has given them an opportunity to repent before it's too late. Okay, but the wicked 2/3 they ain't listening. Okay, so we gonna continue to do this work and fuck the 2/3. I want to read this article real quick, Akim. Let me just jump right into it, okay? This is an article that I was, researching, and I found it interesting and stuff. And then I'm gonna just read the article, and then I'm gonna just get some precepts to just, back it up, and we gonna shut it down. Uh, it says, Sports Illustrated swimsuit features its first indigenous model. And this is what she says: I'm a strong, empowered, and fearless woman making history. Ashley Callingbull is the first indigenous woman featured in the magazine. Okay? So this is just a wicked ass Israelite woman that, Esau gave her all this power, so now she's talking shit to talking about she's strong and empowered and fearless. And, these women of today, the majority of these women don't know what it means to be a strong woman. We're going to prove it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, what the Lord says, what makes a strong woman, okay? So, real quick, I looked up the word empower, because that's what the elders and apostles of Great Millstone taught us to do. Okay? Look up the words, study the root words, study the etymology of the word. Okay? Go into the meaning of the words. This is the definition for the word empower. Give someone the authority or power to do something. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So whoever is controlling this world right now, this earth, they are the ones. Well, Yahweh Shem Shai gave them the power, and through the ones that the Lord set up to have the power, they rule the earth, and they can give power to who they want because they rule in the earth. So the question is, who gave these women the power to do, to say anything they want? Who gave them this power? That's the question. Okay? So it says the word empower says give someone the authority or power to do something. Whoever is in control of this earth, okay, they have the authority to do it, to give the power who they want. Is like, look, you can do this and you can do that and you can do this, okay? These women didn't get the power on their own, and they didn't empower themselves like fucking Shira, the Princess of Power, is a cartoon that came on back in the 80s. They, or Xena, the warrior princess. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Woman. That's all fantasy right there. Okay? It says empower. Give someone the authority or power to do something. Okay? Now, real quick, what I want to do is I want to go to real quick. I want to go to the book of Esther. I'm going to go to the book of Esther, chapter 1. Okay? I'm going to go to the book of Esther, and I'm going book of Esther, real quick. Okay? Go to the book of Esther. Okay, just bear with me, Akim. Go to the book of Esther, chapter 1. We're going to start at 1. Okay, now this is an account that we're going to read. This is an account. So Esther chapter 1, and I'm going to start at Esther chapter 1, I'm going to start at verse 15. Okay? And it reads, what shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law, because she have not performed the commandment of King Ahasuerus by the chamberlains? So this woman, the queen Vashti, okay, she was going off. She was just, just like the typical woman of today, the feminist woman, okay? So we're going to keep reading down. It says this, verse 16, and Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti the queen have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus. Verse 17, for this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes when it shall be reported the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. So basically, she was just, basically the king told her, hey, come before me. And basically, she's like, I ain't doing that, It says, verse 18, likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. Just like of today, you got one feminist woman leader that basically says, women, you can do whatever you want. You can if you my body, my choice. You don't have to do. And then the majority of the women, they'll follow it, and thousands of women, they're gonna go and do the same shit. But guess what? It says right here, verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she. So basically, the king, he was like, man, fuck this shit. This woman, she being a fucking bitch and she fucking being rebellious. I got something for her ass. You know what I'm saying? Back then, the men didn't play that shit. Especially the men of Israel, because the men of Israel, we didn't play that shit. If a woman committed adultery back then, she was to be put to death. Plain and simple. Okay? It says, verse 20, and when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small. Listen to this, women, the women of Israel. Pay attention to this, because we're showing you, and we're trying to teach you and help you. Okay? So it says, verse 21, and the saying pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan. Verse 22, for he sent letters into all the king's provinces, and to every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people. Okay? This was what was done back then. The women didn't buck up and talk shit, and there wasn't no feminist shit, wasn't no lesbianism shit, wasn't no do what you want to do, and no, it wasn't like that. That was out of order. So real quick, I want to read verse 22 in the contemporary English version. Okay, Esther 1, verse 22. It says this, and he sent letters to all his provinces. Each letter was written in the language of the province to which it was sent, and he said that husbands should be in charge of their wives and children. How can a woman be empowered power if the husband is supposed to be in charge, be the master, be the lord of his house? The man and the woman can't be in charge at the same time. And that's out of order too. You know, the woman is supposed to, we're going to read it too. The woman has a duty, supposed to keep the house in order, keep the kids in order, make sure her kids and her husband are taken care of, and she's pleasing her husband and doing everything she can. We're going to read it, but it says right here, I want to read real quick the definition for the word worthy. Real quick, I'm gonna read this real quick before I go to the next precept. I want to read the word worthy. Okay, it says this: worthy, having or showing the qualities or abilities that merit recognition in a specified way, virtuous, good, moral, right thinking, because the majority of these women, they're not right thinking these days. You know what I'm saying? Righteous, the majority of these women are not righteous. Law abiding, we damn sure know that they don't abide by the law of the Bible, the law of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Virtuous. Then I looked up that word virtuous. It means virginal, virgin. The majority of these women are defiled. They're not virgins. Their boxes stink. They're defiled. They're wicked. They're demonic. They're brute beasts. Virtuous. Virginal, virgin, sinless, undefiled, innocent, modest. These days you ain't gonna find that out the typical average woman. You ain't gonna find that. That's like a diamond in the dust. You know what I'm saying? To find a virtuous woman that's a virgin, sinless, undefiled, innocent, modest. Okay? So let me real quick. Let me go to the book of Proverbs chapter 31. Let me go to the book of Proverbs chapter 31. Okay, you Hakeem know which precept I'm going to. I'm gonna just read on down. This is Proverbs chapter 31, and I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash Barakatah, for letting me do this lesson, because it's always a lesson when the Lord allows us to do lessons. It's for the edification of Yasharallah. Okay? Now this is Proverbs chapter 31, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. Now, in the Bible Hub, the title by verse 10 to Proverbs 31 is it reads, description of a worthy woman. Description of a worthy woman. This is according to the scriptures. It's not what we're saying. It's what Yahweh Shem Shai is saying, and He's using us to bring it out. Proverbs 31, and I'm going to start at verse 10. Now listen to this very carefully. The women of Yasharallah. It says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Verse 11, the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. Okay? When a woman comforts her husband, is there for her husband, being the helpmeet, he ain't gonna have no need for nothing else, because he knows it's like I got my wife right here, and she gonna beat her for me. She gonna massage my back and please me and do everything she can and submit herself to me. That's a beautiful thing. That's what every Israelite woman wants, is a submissive woman. They don't talk back, that's not combative and loud and prideful and arrogant. Jake don't want that. It says, the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Okay? These women, only thing they want to do is just make our lives a living hell. And they talk shit at the same time, too. It's like, well, I seen something on Facebook, this stupid ass bitch that I told, I didn't tell her the truth to, but she's a Jake and she's stupid. And she was talking about, well, if a man, if he puts a baby in my stomach, basically she was saying that, okay, well, he should be there to help. Because what about when a man cheat and all that? We know a man can't cheat. He's like, what about when a man cheat and do all this shit? He's like, it didn't even make no fucking sense. They always justify their wickedness, these women. Okay? It says, verse 12, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. None of these women, the majority of these women, don't know how to cook. They don't know how to sew. They don't know how to, plant, garden. They don't know how to do none of that shit. It says, she is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. Okay? She taking care of her family. This is the definition of a strong woman. We reading it. A worthy woman. A virtuous woman. Okay? Not being on the front cover of fucking Sports Illustrated, butt ass naked with a fucking chain thong on, talking about I'm fearless and empowered. No, this fucking bullshit. Okay? And it says, verse 15, she riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. And we know that Jake like that too. Late at night, Jake is hungry in the bed and his wife's like, baby, you want me to fix you something to eat? I'll fix you something to eat. Jake love that, man. And that's what we supposed to love. It's supposed to be like that. But these women don't want it like that. Verse 16, she considereth a field and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. See that? She girdeth her loins with strength. Verse 17, she girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. This is a strong woman. This is the definition of a strong woman. We're reading it. Verse 18. See, we ain't always cussing out the fucking nigger woman. We're trying to help our women. We love our women. They're out of order. The Lord made an order. It's Yahweh Shai, the man, and the woman. We're the head over the woman. So if that's the case, that means it's our job to keep these women in order. They're not in order. They're fucking wicked and rebellious. Verse 18, she perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. Okay? She know how to sew. She know how to keep her house in order. Well, we just going to keep reading. Look at this. It says verse 20. Verse 20. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. I remember when I was a little kid, when my dad wanted when he wanted some chicken. The little spot in the Midwest and the South called Church's Chicken. He used to love his 3-piece. You know what I'm saying? And he would tell my mom's like, I'm hungry. She would literally get up and put some clothes on and drive to go get him a 3-piece chicken meal. Verse 20, she stretcheth out her hand to the poor, and yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Okay? Her husband is known in the gates. While he sitteth among the elders of the land, she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Okay? This reminds me of the Akia Mahar from Hawaii. And his wife, actually, she's good with her hands. She's good at sewing, and the Lord gave her the gift to make good things with her hands. And Mahar's wife, actually made our garments. She's 20 years old, and she just made our garments just like that. That's a beautiful thing. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakudash Barakatah. It said, here it is. Here it is. The women of Zion, 25. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Verse 26, she openeth her mouth with wisdom. So anything that a righteous, virtuous woman will say, she will use wisdom. Whatever comes out of her mouth, it's going to be with using wisdom, according to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And in her tongue is the law of kindness. Verse 27, she looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. A righteous woman that's doing what she's supposed to do and serving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakudash Barakatah. Verse 28, her children arise up and call her blessed. Even her children will honor her, because they know it's like, we have a good mother. Her husband also, and he praiseth her, because he knows that he has a good wife. Verse 29, many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceit, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, she shall be praised. The title with this article that I read earlier, this woman said the first indigenous model on Sports Illustrated swimsuit front page. She says, I am a strong, empowered, and fearless woman, making history. But it says right here, verse 30, favor is deceit and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord. It didn't say, but a woman that is that don't fear the Lord. It says, but a woman that feareth the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, she shall be praised. The majority of these women don't fear the Lord. What she says? She says she's fearless. She's strong. She's empowered and fearless. That sounds like a masculine man. These women are masculine. They're not feminine. They're masculine. And then the men, the majority of the men, not all of them, but the majority of the men are feminine and not masculine. This place is turned upside down. That's why the Lord got to destroy this place. Verse 31, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Okay? When a woman is being righteous, virtuous, submissive, obedient, God-fearing, law-abiding, modest, that's a beautiful thing right there. You know, the summertime is coming up, so all we're gonna see in these, well, hopefully we don't see that much of it, because you know the Lord is stripping these wicked ass women down. So, but you know, usually during the summertime, that's all we see. We just see ass and titties. Women dressed half-ass naked. You know, me and the Akia Matash, this girl from East Helena, you know, because you know you have Helena and East Helena. East Helena is like, yeah, it's about 10, 15 minutes away. It's literally right up the street. But this girl left a comment on one of our videos, and she said this. She said, this shit that I'm listening to is spreading like wildfire. I've had 6 people